Hello and welcome to Old Stables Crafts. My name is Liz Yuille. Thank you very much for joining me today. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. This is my business, not just my hobby. So if there are any items that I show you that you would like, I would be thrilled if you would purchase from me. You can find my online store linked in the description bar below. I operate across the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. And if you're watching from anywhere else in the world, I am truly glad that you have joined me today. If you would like to see more videos from me, just hit the subscribe button and the alert bell and you will be notified when I go live or when I upload a video. But enough of that, let's flip the camera down and I will show you one of the cards that I am sending to my February customers as a little thank you. It's a kit that they get to make up themselves. So let me just flip that camera down. There we go. So I'm going to show you the one that I've already made, which is this one. We're using this lovely sports designer series paper, which I really haven't looked at much. I don't have the stamp set. I've got the dies, but I don't have the stamp set. We're not a great baseball fans in our household, so it really wasn't a relevant stamp set for me, but I love the paper. It's vanilla with white, so great chance to get out my very vanilla. So I'm including in my kit one of the large tickets and one of the small tickets, a piece of designer series paper, obviously double-sided, for a mat, a piece of card that coordinates for a layer, and then the card base. Now some people will be getting bumblebee mats, some people will be getting poppy parade mats. Either colour works, and I've tried to select the one that is the most appropriate to the items that each person has got, because everyone's got something slightly different, and I want to show you how you can do the same design but with different directions. So this, for example, is a vertical, whereas this one is a horizontal. I'm under my little picture. This is horizontal. This is horizontal. This is vertical. You can even do, you know, I could put that one there instead. I'd probably bring it over a bit, but just to give you an idea. And then I've also included 5 of the red rhinestones as a little embellishment. So the first thing I'm going to do, if you don't have the dies for this, this does actually have a die that matches, but I want to show you how to cut this manually because it's not difficult. Now you don't have to go into those dips if you don't want to. You could just leave them straight. So both of these tickets have dies that match, but as I say, it's very easy to fussy cut. So let me just round that. I do like to try and keep corners round rather than pointy on these because the underlying pattern is a rounded corner as well. Now that I've cut quite close anyway, so all I need to do is just pick up where I already left off. So these pieces, this is Night of Navy, the mat is Evening Evergreen, and then we've got Bumblebee and Poppy Parade in the mix, and both basic white and very vanilla. So if you wanted to replicate this at home, you could use either. Personally, I think it goes best with very vanilla, but either is fine. Right, that wasn't terribly straight. Let's just trim that down a little. There we go. So there's our first piece, and then let's use this one. I am going to bring in another piece just to show you how you could do an alternative look if you've got 2 verticals or 2 horizontals. So I'm not going in and out of the little bits at the end. The pattern does actually go in and out just here, but I think there are limits to everyone's fussy cutting. You could also do this on a trimmer if you don't want to fussy cut. You could just line up and trim. And the joy with this is you don't even need a sentiment if you don't want. So that's that one. I'm going to bring in this one as well, which is Best Day Ever, just so that I've got two pieces that go in the same direction, and then I can show you how I would deal with that. Now you can either do these as a tent fold or you can do them as a side fold. I'm going to be doing a side fold for this card, but in the kit I've given you a piece of A5 card that's been scored, so it's scored in the right place, and you just decide whether you want to do it as a long thin or a short fat. And most of the papers, because they're double-sided, you can do either, depending on which takes your fancy. So let's just get rid of those little bits. So really quick construction. The other side of this paper is very vanilla with a very faint stripe, which is fine, but I like the baseball, I don't know, triangle, I suppose. Not being a baseball player or watcher, I don't actually know what it's called. And obviously you can turn it so that the curves are at the top or the bottom, whichever takes your fancy. I will be turning it round, but so I'm going to have it that way up. I don't know if that's right, but you know, it's fine. So that's my base. I'm going to use dimensionals, if I can remember that I put them over this side, to pop this up. Now what you do need to be aware of is if you're going to go that way, and I would tuck it underneath, you do need to make sure you've got enough space. Equally, if you want to go this way, again you need to make sure you've got enough space between your dimensionals, so do bear that in mind when you are placing. So I would just bring them in a bit from the side if that's what you need to do. And obviously you can do it over this side, you can have a small ticket over on the left if you would prefer. Either is fine. It's your card. I'm just giving you bits to use. So I brought that in a little so that I've got a choice as to where I then go. I'm going to have it towards the bottom. So let's get those pieces off. And everyone who shops with me, if they use the host code or they've got an order that's £150 or more in a month, will get one of these. Well, they get 2 card kits, but they'll get a thank you card, a thank you gift, and 2 card kits from me. It's something I do every month, and if you have a qualifying order, you also get that month's special item. For February, it was the Mischievous Mice stamp set, and for March, it's the Polished Dots. So I could either have my Admit one there, or I could have my Best Day there. Either would work. Now obviously if you're doing your card this way, so if you had this and you wanted to have it that way, you could just tuck in underneath. There is room for either way. So I'm going to use Best Day Ever because that picks up the bumblebee from the background. You don't have a choice in the kit that I've sent out, but that's the one I'm going to use because I do get a choice. And then all we've got to do is stick this to the front of the card and add some embellishments, and we're done. So really quick little card to put together. And now I do, because I've cut this out, this piece here has been cut out, I do like this to show through, as opposed to doing that where you'd go right the way through. Don't know if you can see that, just about. You go right the way through to the base layer. Not pretty. Now you could obviously come up here, which would be fine, but I'm going to go down and Let's get it straight. It's much easier to get things straight if you're on a solid base rather than trying to do it in the air. Do need that. So I'm going to fold my card first just so that I can work out which the front and the back is. I've scored it in half. Oh, I've just realised I haven't got this light on. That's better. Sometimes half isn't exactly half. It depends on whether the card's been cut exactly at A4 dimensions. So I do like to just make sure just in case. You really don't need much liquid adhesive. It's a very good, very strong adhesive. So just a little is fine. You don't even have to put on as much as I have. And then I like to turn it over and press it well from the back. You're less likely to scoot your layers if you do that. And then I've got some red rhinestones. There's 5 in the pack. And I'm just going to add these at places where I think they will work nicely. I like a triangle around my main feature, so that would be my triangle, and then I'm going to add a couple more. Now for this one I was 1, 2, 3 and then I went up there for my 4, 5. I'm going to go up this way this time just as an alternative. Come along. Oop. Thank you. So I'm going to come up to the top first and overlap a couple of layers. And then we'll just bring one. And again, not a straight line. It's nearly a straight line, but if I put my bone folder there, you'll see it's not a straight line. Not a great fan of straight lines. I know, I'm peculiar, aren't I? Anyway, there you are. So there's an example of one of this month's card kits. I will bring you the other one later in the week. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Do remember, if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. That's always appreciated. The algorithm loves it. And also don't forget to subscribe, and you can do that in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Just click that little subscribe button, click the alert bell if you would like to be advised when I go live or when I upload a new video. So thank you very much indeed. Let me just get ready to bring up my end screen, and then I will wish you a fond farewell for today, and I hope to see you again very soon.